This dude Hajime Nagumo is a typical nobody with crap stats and powers of an 89-year-old granny who would probably have better stats than him if you just gave her a stick. One of his buddies hit him on purpose and dropped him off a bridge to get rid of his weak and broke ass. Now he found himself with his psycho bear at the bottom of this pit. The bear thinks of Hajime as a chicken nugget. He's at the bottom of a labyrinth where he doesn't have the necessary balls to actually survive. He's so delusional that he tells himself he won't die in the labyrinth and he'll do whatever it takes to survive. He promises himself that he won't die as a virgin. First things first, he offers his left arm to the psycho bear as a dessert, then rizzes a minor girl and recruits her for his League of Justice. He wants to have revenge for his cruel betrayal. So anyway, this psycho bear slices his arm off on purpose and eats it in front of Hajime. My arm! The bear just sits there chewing it. With the help of his 0.99 power level, he transmutes and does a hole in the rock, escaping from the psycho bear, and I think the bear is Russian. I guess this brother just lost his virginity there. He can die happy. But no, he wants to lose his virginity for real. He's looking for a funeral home, actually, but this one-armed man is so darn lucky. He happens to dig the hole to a holy crystal, a mythical stone that has the ability to heal and dispel any curse. Nagumo and his baddies were at the 20th floor of the labyrinth fighting weak-ass monsters, and they were there to get some wedding crystals so Nagumo can propose to the girl he likes and lose his virginity. I'm sensing a theme here. He sees this freaking beautiful shining crystal and decides to grab one. That crap was a trap! Actually, guys, marriage is the worst trap. Lucky him. When he touches the crystal, they are transferred to the 65th floor. A huge behemoth appears and they all pee in their pants. This guy, group leader, tries to block the behemoth, but his weak-ass spell does nothing. Nagumo saves this girl, Shirosaki. I guess this brother has a crush on her. He uses his magic to hold the monster and win time, and this is when his pal decides to drop his weak ass off the bridge. Bye! While at the bottom there, bro's dreaming of the melons of his crushed Shirosaki, who promised to take care of him. He's so thirsty and hungry that he's ready to eat these monsters' guts. There are these psycho wolves, I guess, on this level. Everything's psycho, actually. All the monsters in here are like on steroids. He traps one of the wolves and kills it. He's so hungry that he's like eating the wolf raw, and he starts to feel sick. I guess too much GMO and steroid. He passes out, feeling like he's burning up from inside. His DNA is overwritten with the wolf's DNA, I guess, and bro wakes up with a different color hair and his voice changes, though he's lucky he sheltered himself by this holy Red Bull spring because this GMO wolf meat would tear apart his guts if he wouldn't drink the holy Red Bull. Nagumo checks his stats. After eating the wolf meat, he leveled up a little bit. Probably now he can beat an 89-year-old granny. Anyway, he got himself some new skills, some mana manipulation, lightning field that he gained from the wolf he ate. Bro uses this skill to cook some medium rare ribeyes. My guy. Also, when he grabs a rock, he can see the stats and what it's useful for. He finds himself a blast rock, that's a flammable rock, and makes some gunpowder. Please don't ask me how, cause I don't know, but bro gets himself the coolest revolver ever I have seen, and crafts some bullets too, I guess, from the stones he gathered or something. Maybe the anime game developers decided to make him OP at this point. He's like Aaron Black from Mortal Kombat, having infinite ammo and cool special combos. Nagumo hunts one of these stupid bunnies that jumps around, shoots the rabbit in the head, and then eats it to level up. I guess the rabbit meat is not that tasty, but the dude doesn't have any choice. He levels up and learns Quick Steep, allowing him teleportation and aerodynamics. Now, Nagumo decides to pay a visit to the psycho bear. He forgot to ask the bear, how did his arm taste? I think I know. The bear is happy to see Nagumo because it's gonna have a taste of the other hand. He tries to shoot the bear, but it's smart enough to dodge the bullet. Rookie move, man. I don't know where, from, and how, but this Nagumo shot one of its arms, and guess what he eats? The arm, on purpose, in front of the bear. That's sadistic, I love it. The bear obviously is not too happy at all to see its arm being eaten in front of him. You taste awful, Mr. Bear, but it's satisfying, you know? Nagumo uses his electrician skills to shock the bear and shoot it in the head. Pika pika, you know what I'm saying? Nagumo understands that without the holy Red Bull, he wouldn't survive, so he takes some with him, some reserves of the holy water, and decides to explore the labyrinth. He encounters this crazy lizard that petrifies everything it sees. Medusa lizard. Thanks to the holy water, he's saved from being petrified, and Nagumo throws a flash grenade. Again, bro just keeps spamming those grenades, blinds the crazy lizard, shoots it in the head. I don't know why, but he doesn't eat the lizard this time. That's weird. After Tony Robinson's motivational speech, Nagumo is ready to conquer more. He faces two huge cyclops, and one of them's too dumb and one gets trapped. The other one puts some resistance, and after a John Wick scene wasting like 50 plus bullets, Nagumo finishes it off. He doesn't eat them either. I guess he forgot or doesn't need to level up anymore or something. I don't know, I guess he's on a diet after eating the psycho bear. He probably just can't bear it. Anyway, he opens this gate and finds a cube, and inside the cube he finds this young-looking girl, but actually she's like 2,000 years old, like your mom, and she begs him to save her. She'll do anything if he releases her from the cube, and she'll even do baby-making training if needed. He goes like, "Do I look like the guy who's gonna fall for that trap?" "Nope." "Please, you gotta help me. I was betrayed. My creepy uncle betrayed me and locked me in here because I'm a super powerful vampire." "Okay, that sounds convincing. I will help you." Anyway, this girl is like still naked in front of him, but you can't see it. I'm gonna blur it out. Then she asks him to give her a name. Hajime names her Yue because she reminds him of the moon and, blah, blah, blah. Guys, the nice romantic scenes. Anyway, we have no time for that. Then this insane, huge crab attacks him, probably missing from some Chinese restaurant somewhere. Anyway, bro starts to shoot at the crab like nothing happens, and then he spams the crab with a grenade again. I'm telling you guys, I don't know how or where he's getting them from, but he keeps spamming these grenades like your mom. Oh wait, did we already do a your mom joke? Okay. Hang on. He spams the grenades like a guy who spams grenades. This chick, instead of baby-making training as promised, she sucks his blood. I guess she's been waiting too long for a dinner like this. Who knows how many centuries she's been staying in the cube. You gotta suck some blood, to recover, She sucked like a quarter of a gallon out of Hajime. Yue uses her special power to give an opening for him. Nagumo shoots the crap out of the crab's brain, but, that is if the crab actually has a brain. If not, it's just some kind of like, woo, super effects. Guess what? Guess what they have for dinner next? Exactly. Crab meat. And this bro Hajime crafts a TAC 501 and he names it Schlagen, and that's what's up, I guess. Anyway, I don't know how he does it. This brother's OP. I want that skill too. Hajime explains to Yue how they were summoned here. They gotta become heroes, save the kingdom, become rich, and have a couple of wives. But he got betrayed, and then he ended up losing one arm to the psycho bear. Then these crazy dinosaurs started to chase them. They probably wanted to taste Hajime's other arm. They keep running. Yue keeps taking blood samples over and over and over again from him. Anyway, they get to this cave where they have to fight this crazy chick who's controlling everything on this level. She looks like some sort of mutant female plant chick who's from Chernobyl, I don't know. Anyway, she manages to possess Yue, but what Chernobyl female does not know is that our cowboy doesn't miss the shots. A chest shot and a headshot, and you done, creepy. Hajime recommends this Chernobyl plant female go and get some facial plastic surgery because she's ugly. I mean, come on, guys. We're living in the 21st century. Who am I kidding? That's pretty funny. They get to this final boss room, and guess what? This 69-headed dragon from Final Fantasy IX appears, and it looks like a PlayStation 1 kind of graphic dragon. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know about you, but probably the developers could have put a couple more heads on this dragon. One of the dragon's heads hypnotized Yue, and it's about to transform her into ground beef, but Hajime, of course, saves her and jumps behind cover, and guess what, guys? He spams a grenade. Oh my god, bro has a special love for grenades. This one's a flame grenade, so 3 of the dragon heads are in agony. Oh! Then this brother Hajime goes for a rizz right in the middle of the fight. He kisses Yue and promises her to be on her side forever. Aw, so cute. Time for Schlagen, TAC 501. Yue distracts the dragon with her superpowers, and brother Hajime is so OP that he only needs one arm to shoot with a sniper rifle. That's insane. He's a one-man, one-arm army. Insert arm joke. Def Leopard drummer something. The blast radius of this TAC 501 is so ridiculous and OP, he destroys 3 heads in one go. So long, suckers! Yue uses some OP lightning crap too and kills the other 3 heads. They rejoice, but hold on fellas, there's one more head to go. The boss head blasts at Yue, but Hajime jumps in front of her and dies. She drinks some holy Red Bull to recover. The dragon head boss brings in like 2 magical miniguns, destroying everything around, but the dragon, I guess it's like blind or something, none of the bullets hit them. She takes Hajime to cover and gives him a holy Red Bull too. She grabs the pistol and shoots the dragon in the eye. Bet you didn't see that one coming. See, with the eye, the damn dragon blasts her with some white energy. She falls on the ground, and Hajime's like laying dead in a coma, but he hears her crying, and like this bro is so OP that he wakes up from the dead. By the way, guys, he lost an eye, just to let you know. Insert another eye joke, I got no more. They're terrible anyway. He saves her from the second blast, and the dragon fellow brings in his miniguns again, spamming the whole scene. Hajime goes like, "Yue, suck my blood, we're gonna need your power soon." Hell yeah, suck his blood, Yue. Brother Hajime, in his old-fashioned style, guess what he brings this time? It's so original. That's right, 3 grenades this time. He shoots at it and calls the monster's auto service. Yue finishes the damn dragon. Somebody please call the towing company. Hajime wakes up in bed, naked with his blood-sucking minor old ancient young vampire lady next to him, and she's naked too. Honestly, I don't know how they got there, but that's okay. He's a bit upset, he'd prefer to lose his virginity with Big Melon Shirosake, but that's fine too. Looks like they got to the bottom of the labyrinth though. They start to search the rooms in that place and they find this place. When he gets into the center of the room, this magical diagram lights up and transfers a whole lot of knowledge to Hajime's brain. Then this guy called Oscar Orcus starts to talk to him. He tells Hajime since he got so far, he'll grant Hajime his power and knowledge, but with one condition: not to use it for evil. Bet, brother. Holy cow, that's a lot of good info. He's granted creation magic. With this kind of information, bro's gonna bring out some OP stuff in the future. Keep an eye on him. He decides to stay there for a little bit longer to learn all the crap that's possible, and bro invents like a prosthesis for his arm, a military hammer truck, a new Sharingan eye for himself, a minigun like in Rambo 3, best of the Rambos, fight me for it, an engagement ring, I guess. Bro has a crush on Yue now, and some cool looking outfits. While this juicy melon's rabbit girl, whatever her name is waiting for Hajime and Yue, a 2-headed dinosaur attacks the rabbit girl. Probably they want to have a taste of her fresh melons. I don't know. I think this dinosaur is actually like one head is vegan and it's eating only vegetables and the other one's only eating meat. I don't know. How progressive. While chasing her, the Justice League teleports onto the surface and scares the crap out of the dinosaur. Hajime and Yue are happy that they got out and have a little moment. This stripper bunny girl tries to jump in on Hajime, but she misses her target. She grabs him from the leg, begging to help save her family. Yue grabs her from the ears and tries to get rid of her. The dinosaur decides to come back, roaring around. Hajime doesn't like that, obvi, and puts this hybrid version dinosaur out of service in one go. Bunny girl's like begging him to help her. She'll do anything to save her family. Anything sounds really great. I'd help her. Hajime refuses though. Anyway, Shia the bunny, that's right, her name's Shia, that's right, okay. Anyway, she's trying to make a move on him and she tells him that she's got this small waist and a pretty face and a big case. Why does he need Yue anyway? She's better than her in all areas. Yue cooks her instantly. Hajime summons this huge monster motorcycle at that point. And I don't probably understand how an anime works and where he got it from or any of this stuff, but this bro is so OP, he brought this stupid OP futuristic vehicle into this world. So I don't know. Anyway, he might be trying to show off in front of the bunny stripper. Maybe that's what's up. Yue tells him to take her with him and help her, and he agrees. Who wouldn't, right? Now he officially has a harem of 2, and we'll put that on the harem count. Anyway, moving on, these dinosaurs are flying in the sky, trying to hunt down Shia's family. They're kind of weak and skinny, but no worries, guys. Hajime is about to become their mentor, and he'll bring in some serious training and motivational speeches. He uses Shia as bait for the dinosaur, throwing her in the sky, and, he gets rid of all the predators in the end. Shia's family are kind of stupid and weird. They're crying because of each flower or insect they step on in the forest. Anyway, they piss off Hajime, who tells them that if they don't bring him a dead monster, he'll kill all of them himself. She is training with Yue to become stronger and worthy at this point, by the way, and I guess it's worthy for Hajime's future harem is the standard we're looking at. Anyway, Shia's father, with all the members of his tribe, are coming back and they're jacked up. They're on steroids. I'm telling you guys, this anime just makes the weakest characters OP, overpowered in just a couple of seconds. Anyway, they killed off all the monsters in the forest. Hajime with the other two girls goes to search for a labyrinth to increase their stats and find magic that'll allow them to travel between the worlds. They stumble into a labyrinth and the boss is called Melody. After running in circles for a couple of times and missing some exits, they get to a room where this main boss, Melody, tells them that their journey has come to an end. No freaking way. Hajime brings in a rocket launcher and shoots at her giant ass. This brother just keeps shocking me with his arsenal. Then he summons like a caterpillar or huge machine. Honestly, I don't know what it is, but it looks cool, and he pins Melody with that to the ground, and the bunny stripper strikes the final blow. Yue pats her on the head for being such a good stripper. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, they make it to the final boss room and they meet the actual Melody, who's an emoji-faced baby, and she gives Hajime a ring, and when they try to steal all the money and treasure she has, Melody drains them into the tunnel trap that's underneath the boss room. Guess what, guys? Under the water, this SpongeBob fish scares the crap out of Shia, and she faints away. Amazing, guys, a SpongeBob fish. You gotta love that one. Hajime offers first aid assistance, mouth-to-mouth breath to Shia. I bet she likes it. When she gets back to life, she grabs him like a freak and gives him a nice French kiss. I guess she's desperate to lose her virginity too. This blonde hair guy asks Hajime to help him out with a group of adventurers who are lost in the mountains, and he agrees only if this guild master will help him out if he needs his help like ever, and he'll do exactly how he asks for, and they have a bet. Anyway, Hajime and his chicks go to a restaurant to chill and get some food, and at the restaurant, his teacher, Miss Aiko, is with her group there as well, and she hears Yue calling Hajime by his name. She runs to the table to check if that guy really is him. He ignores her first, telling her that he's not the guy. Yes, he's not that guy, miss. He makes fun of Aiko, telling her she's a short woman. Oh, sick burn. Anyway, this brave, fearless, blonde hair guy, Goldie Gildy, tries to teach Hajime's party a lesson, telling Shia she's a monster and her ears are ugly. I guess Hajime didn't like that at all, and he shoots him in the shield, making a hole, and tells him to shut the hell up or he'll kill him next time if he opens his mouth. Gotta respect the loyalty. Anyway, he reveals to Miss Aiko that he is Hajime Nagumo. Also, he tells her that she doesn't care about them anymore and she should forget him. Later that night, he visits Miss Aiko and warns her that they have a traitor in their group and they should better watch out because he was not shot by accident back in the labyrinth and someone did it on purpose. The next night, Hajime's gonna go and rescue those adventurers, but Miss Aiko doesn't care about anything. Like, she just wanted to be with Hajime. She probably has a crush on him. Right now, he looks so cool. He's like this badass with a bunch of chicks and a rocket launcher. She whispers in his ear that she wants to join his harem. He decides to give her a chance. To increase his Riz level, one of the other girls from Miss Aiko's party, Hajime, summons his huge-ass motorcycle and a military hammer truck for like a military truck, and tells him to hop on. This bro is now so OP, guys, he wants all the girls to himself. I don't know what Yui is up to, but it seems like she's fine with that, I guess. They get to the place and Hajime is like showing off more. He brings in some bat-like drones and they track humans. They're connected to his Sharingan eye so he can see what those drones see. You know, like, it's pretty simple. You get it. They find behind a waterfall this broke-ass guy who's in a coma. Hajime wakes him up and asks him what happened to the others. They all dead. Okay, let's go. Let's get out of here. This bro is crying like a baby, but Hajime gives him a strong motivational speech about life, and this guy, Will, feels better and decides to live on happily. On their way to the truck, this huge-ass dragon attacks him. It's terrifying. This dragon looks like a flying version of a submarine or something. Anyway, Hajime summons a big shield to protect himself from the dragon blast. This thing is not an ordinary monster. I got your back, Hajime. Keep going, my hero. I'll help you hold against the fire. Yue helps him with her magic spell, striking the dragon in the head with a huge sphere of energy. And Shia hits it with her big melons. Oh, sorry guys, with her big hammer. Seems like she is a sexy female version of Thor. I'm okay with that. The boy dragon doesn't care. It's like unstoppable, unkillable, fearless, mighty, and Hajime! It's time for the signature weapon! He takes out his favorite sniper rifle, TAC 501. Let's go, Savage Beast. They fire simultaneously, making a huge blast radius. Dragon drops weak on the ground. Whoa, what's wrong? That hurts? Anyway, another signature move from Hajime. You guessed it, incoming grenade. It's been a while since he used that one. Anyway, one more grenade. You gotta love the second one too. Next, an uppercut, sending the dragon flying, and Shia, the sexy version of Thor with a hammer, blasts on the dragon's ass, and the job is done. To make sure the dragon's dead, Hajime takes a sharp rod and smashes it right into the dragon's ass. I mean, the legend says that if you do this, the dragon's gonna die for sure, and I mean, that'll do it for most things. Anyway, the dragon starts to talk, begging Hajime to not take it out and it'll do anything he asked for and, all the usual stuff. He kicks the metal rod deeper, making the dragon, speak of all the information it knows, and this dragon turns out to be a female. She tells Hajime that she was under magic influence and she couldn't stop herself. A bad guy put the spell on her while she was resting after a long trip. I mean, you gotta feel bad for her now. Hajime doesn't believe her though, and like a frick, starts to punch the rod, pushing it deeper and deeper and deeper. She kind of likes it. He's about to punch the rod for the last time to kill her, but Yue stops him and tells him that the dragon is telling the truth, and it's innocent. She was under the influence of a spell and she couldn't control herself. He changes his mind and wants to take out the rod, but he has some trouble. Actually, it's not gonna come out. He struggles for a while, but in the end, manages to take it out. This animal is insane. Turns out she's like a freaking gorgeous woman dragon thing. This brother Hajime is too OP, guys. I'm telling you, this stuff has to be banned. An army of monsters, skeletons, orcs, goblins, you name it, is attacking the city where Miss Aiko lives, and she's asking Hajime to help them fight the army, and he accepts, and they even start to prepare for the fight. Hajime builds a big wall around the city, and I guess Trump has to hire this guy to finish building the wall at the Mexico border. Okay, we try to stay less political here, but okay. The joke was evident and was right in my face. Give me a break. Everybody's preparing for the fight. They hurry up to stand against the enemies. This girl, Saname, visits Hajime and tells him that she wants to join his harem because he's so cool and she has a crush on him. I'm not surprised. Anyway, he tells her he's gonna think about it, and when she leaves, the dragon girl wants to talk to him too, and maybe after the battle, she'd like to join his harem too. I think this is a gypsy dragon. I mean, just look at the way she's dressed. Looks like a gypsy. The bad guys are approaching. Hajime is giving the best motivational speech ever to the citizens of the city. To show off his true power, he takes out his TAC 501, shoots one time, and kills literally a quarter of the enemy's army in one go. I'm telling you, you don't mess with Hajime, he'll destroy you. After this, he brings in a minigun. He's like Sylvester Stallone in Rambo 3. Once again, best of the Rambos, nothing can stop him anyway, and Shia the stripper bunny goes feel my rocket launcher. And I don't know when this chick managed to learn how to handle a rocket launcher, but that's okay. In this anime, everything is possible, apparently. But from the side, it also seems like they're gonna shoot the mountain, not the enemy. Anyway, the dragon girl also seems too OP for these poor enemies, and she disintegrates like another quarter of the bad guys. Yue is crushing them too, and seems like she's using a waffle sphere or something. Just pay closer attention. It looks like a giant waffle. The spell she attacks with, you know what I'm talking about? The other guys from the city are just spectators applauding them at this point. After shooting for 10 minutes, Hajime's minigun still has bullets. It's time already. How many bullets did this brother has? Really? I guess he's on unlimited bullets plan? Okay, moving on. Finally, he runs out of bullets and decides to go on the battlefield to kill 10,000 dudes in less than 30 seconds. After killing these 10,000 foes, he simply slaps the boss in the face, and this guy starts to cry like a baby. It turns out that this boss is Miss Aiko's former student, and he did have a contract with demons, and he has to kill her, and she tries to convince him not to be a wimp and choose the right path, but this guy takes out a poisonous needle and threatens to kill her if they don't let him go. She is trying to save her, but the bad guy manages to scratch her with the needle, while Hajime shoots this guy in the guts. Hajime gives Miss Aiko some of the holy Red Bull water, and she heals back. This brother Hajime has some weird ways of healing people, but that's fine as long as they work, internal logic of the show and all that kind of stuff. Aiko asks him to heal her student too, but he refuses and just shoots this loser in the head. He doesn't want this guy to cause any other problems in the future. You can see where he's coming from. I guess if this guy was a girl, he would spare him, but since Hajime doesn't want competition to slow down his harem from growing, he put this guy out of his misery. She and Hajime go on a date the next day, and they go to visit the aquarium, and they find this SpongeBob fish. Actually, his name is, what is it? Limone, Luma, Lila. Anyway, this fish can talk. After a heart-to-heart conversation with the fish, Hajime decides to save it, and from there, it takes him back to the wilderness. "Thank you, pal, I owe you one," says the fish whose name I cannot remember. Then, while walking through the city, Hajime senses the presence of a child from underground tunnels, and they go to check, and they find a merfolk girl who was kidnapped, and they take care of her and feed her and shower her and dress her, and then they return her to the authorities to help this kid find her parents. But it seems like the plan didn't work so well. The kidnappers found her and, they took her back again into slavery. Damn. Hajime decides to get revenge on these guys and stop this kid trafficking organization. This is my guy. They start to cleanse the city of the bad guys, and they actually do a pretty good job. The merfolk girl, whose name is Mew, is at an auction, and the bad guys plan to sell her for good money, but Hajime makes it on time and saves the poor kid. The bad guy tries to intimidate Hajime, but he simply shoots him in the face and gets rid of him, really quickly. I won't show you his brains on the ground, but anyway, Mew hugs him happily, calling him Big Brother, and Yue loves how cute she is and gives her a big hug, telling her she's a brave girl. Hajime asks Mew not to call him Big Brother, and then she says she'll call him Papa. Then she embraces him. Yue sees this nice moment and tells Hajime that she wants a baby from him. Shia jumps in and tells him that she wants a baby too, please. And anyway, the big perv Tio, the dragon female, begs him for a baby as well. You got a big project and a lot of work to do right there, bro. Hajime's talking to this guildmaster about some new quests, and suddenly this guy bursts in, crying for help in the labyrinth. His mates are trapped in there, and they'll die soon if nobody helps them. Turns out to be Endo, Hajime's colleague who was in the same team when he got betrayed in the labyrinth. Endo recognizes him and can't believe it. How cool Hajime is and how he looks like a badass, He begs Hajime to help the other party members because they're all gonna die. Because the rat that betrayed him betrayed again the whole party, and now they're all in danger. Jumping over, this chick Suzu is getting killed by the red hair witch, and Captain Mel also is dead meat. He couldn't stand a chance against this monster. Cook is enraged to see him dead and goes Super Saiyan and charges at the red witch, breaking through her defenses, slicing her chest. He's about to spread her brains all over the place, but hesitates to do it for a moment, and the red witch summons a goblin that kicks him away. The black hair girl Yakushi tries to attack, but the witch summons a horse-like goblin that kicks her into the wall. These two goblins are about to kill Shirasaki and Yakushi, but not this time. Hajime comes in and strikes them with a metal rod that came through the wall and puts an end to this crap cap show. The red witch is concerned with, who the heck is this cool guy? He just killed two monsters in an instant. Shirasaki and Yakushi are shocked to see him alive. Shirasaki is the one that he was dreaming of her melons before. Anyway, Hajime catches Yue in his arms and she's flying down the hole he made in the wall. Then Shia comes in next, then Tio, the dragon girl, and the baby girl Mew, and the last one, Endo. Just hold on tight, I got this. Hajime catches one of the monsters that appears behind him through a portal. Then he shoots these weak-ass invisible monsters. Damn, how could you possibly even know where they were? This anime. Then he shoots 20 shadow cats that tried to sneak up on him. Then another 20 psycho wolves, then 20 orcs. Hajime's like John Wick, or better, said Wesley Snipes in Blade movie killing all the vampires. Then this huge turtle, which makes completely no sense, is summoned and Hajime scares the crap out of the turtle and it hides from him. Anyway, he manages to strike the red witch and she falls on the ground. Desperately, she tries to get healed, but before she realized that Hajime shot the bird that was healing her, and this red witch is so desperate that she throws some sort of smoke spell on him and tries to run away. Everybody's concerned he might die, but cousin Hajime throws a metal rod and stops her. He tells the red chick to spell it out what she's up to. She's like, give me a reason why I should talk to you. He gives her a good reason by shooting both her legs, and then he asks her who she works for and what is their plan. She kind of doesn't want to collaborate, and Hajime shoots her in the head, which makes it easy for everybody, I guess. She has saved Captain Mel, giving him the holy Red Bull water, and Shirasaki tells him that she missed him a lot and starts to cry. Shia doesn't like it much, seeing Shirasaki crying in his arms, but anyway, back outside on the surface, the crowd is cheering for them, seeing that they're all alive. Shirasaki decides to confess her love for Hajime in front of everybody. Bold move, and she's coming with him. Yue and Shirasaki have a small beef between themselves, who's worthier of Hajime. You're both okay. The next day, Hajime and his party jump into their hammer truck and they part ways for new adventures. Anyway, that's actually it, guys, for the first season. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you want to see Season 2.